What's up everybody, this is Derek from Sit Stay Sober, and in this video we're just going over some embarrassing moments from when I used to drink, and I'm just so glad I am not this person anymore and I am not getting myself into this kind of trouble. So I'm not sure if you guys have ever had it. I used to love this drink, but it was moonshine, and it was like apple pie or apple crisp, and came in like a mason jar, and it was so good. And me and my brother are living together at the time, and we had this little apartment, and our friend who lived down the street had was having people over to watch some football and drink some beer, and I had bought that and like a 18 pack or something, and I ended up drinking this whole freaking mason jar, and I'm just fucking around with my brother, fucking around with my friends, and my friend filmed me fucking around with my brother, and I got to see it like 2 days later. Basically I was just like just being a real rough and rowdy older brother. It just wasn't a good look, and it was like playful, but it was also kind of like being a dick, you know. My brother was a good sport about it. Everyone was like laughing. It was like very lighthearted, but me watching it, I was like, ugh, like that's not. I love fucking around with my brother, but it was being a little bit too much. That's not the embarrassing side. It's a little embarrassing, but this is where it gets fucking real embarrassing. So I did the old Irish goodbye. Okay. If you don't know what an Irish goodbye is, it's basically you just disappear, right? You've gotten drunk, and you don't tell anyone that you're leaving, and you just leave, okay? So, basically, I go walking home. I don't remember this, by the way. I don't remember any of this. So, I just start walking home. My mom, who lives, down the street from where my friend is, happened to be driving by, and it's probably like midnight, 1 o'clock. This is like February, by the way. This is like football playoffs, so it might be like January actually, end of January, and I'm walking with no coat on, and I'm just walking home. My mom knows it's me. She's like, "Derek, you need a ride. What the hell are you doing?" I don't remember this, but I just know my mom. That's probably what it was. And if you know my mom, that was a money impersonation. And if she ever sees this, you know that was 100% accurate. So I go in the car. She drops me off. I'm it's like a brownout blackout stage, okay? So I do remember being home and getting hot. Like I was like sweating. So I start taking my clothes off, and I'm like, fuck this, I'm the only one home. I'm gonna get naked. So I got naked, and then I went to the fridge. We had ice cream, and I started eating ice cream. And my fucking brother, in the middle of me eating this ice cream, and I'm naked. I'm standing in the kitchen naked, eating ice cream, drunk as can be. He opens the front door, and I'm just standing there like, whoa, and I just run into my bedroom, fucking naked, and I just fall asleep eating ice cream. The week before, 2 weeks before, I had gotten a brand new Tempur-Pedic mattress from one of my friends. He got a new mattress. He didn't want his old one. I grabbed it, and I wake up the next morning. I had used the gallon of ice cream as a fucking pillow on my mattress. So I was literally like this on a gallon of ice cream, and my whole fucking mattress is just covered in melted ice cream. I just woke up, face is all sticky. I looked like I just left a porn shoot, like my face being covered. And I asked my brother, I was like, Cause like in my head, I was like, was that real? Like, did you see me last night? And my brother was like, you were a mess, dude. What the hell was that? And I was like, oh god, you know. And then it wasn't until I saw my mom the next day. She's like, do you remember that I gave you a ride last night? And I was like, I had no idea. Really, the only moment of that night that sticks out to me was being naked and then being caught by my brother. You know, it's like, oh my god. Setting good examples, you know. And whoopsies. Innocent, kind of funny, you know. Just a dummy moment. There's nothing worse than when you're drinking like that, drinking heavily, just never knowing what the hell happened the night before. Like, that was always so scary. Like, I remember so many times opening up my bedroom door into like where my brother and my other roommates were, and just being like, "You good? Everyone good?" And everyone's just like, "What's up, dude?" And I was like, "Oh, what's up?" It's like, "Alright, so things went good." Then there'll be other times where I was like, I open up the door, and I just get like I was like, "Oh, I probably said something I probably shouldn't have, or did something I shouldn't have done." And that same thing with my girlfriend. When I was drunk with my girlfriend, you know, you wake up the next morning, you're like, look over, and she's just like snuggles into you. You're like, oh, okay, at least last night ended pretty good. Things were off to a great start. Or other times you like wake up and you're on the couch and you're like, am I on the couch because I was a bad boy, or I just passed out here? And then you go to the bedroom door and it's locked. So you're like, ugh, I fucked up. Yeah, and living like that, it sucks. So, it's just like one of those little things that you just like get reminded of, why I don't drink. You know, I didn't drink just to get buzzed. Like, I would drink to being blacked out and just get myself into freaking trouble and do like embarrassing ass shit. Yeah. Don't worry, non-alcoholic. Doing a video after taste test. Man. Another time, I was working at the tattoo shop, and some guy had come in, and he was a bartender down the street, and he worked at a brewery, and he invited us, the tattoo shop, to go to the brewery after the tattoo because he was going to be bartending and he would hook it up. So my boss ends up just being like, I gotta go home. I don't really want to drink. And I was like, fuck that. I want to drink. I was already fucking drunk from being at work because I used to hide drinking nips at the shop. And so I went down there. It's like a Friday night, and things are going great. Socializing, having fun. I am trying all these beers. One of his buddies comes and he's like, you guys come to my place after the bar because the bar was closing, and we'll hang out, smoke some weed. I smoked some weed and we're hanging out at his house. I smoked with them, became violently ill like right after. I go to the bathroom. Mind you, I'm in this kid's apartment. I never met him. And I pull the old Irish goodbye again, and I just leave. I end up walking to my van, my freaking dog van, and I sleep in the back of the van all night long. And I wake up to just knocks on the window, and it's my buddy who was walking by, and he saw my van, and he just went over to it, and he saw me sleeping in the back, and woke me up, and I was like, oh shit, like, whoops. And now remember about having those blackout moments, and you're like, we good? I met that bartender that came to the tattoo shop, and he was like, what the hell happened? You just like disappeared. And I was like, yeah, no, dude, I pulled the Irish goodbye or whatever. After I smoked weed, I didn't feel good. And he was just like, dude, we thought you like stole something. So we like looked through the apartment thinking that like you didn't steal anything. And I was like, well, no, I wasn't stealing anything. I was fucking sick, dude. But after that, he was not cool with me. He was like, dude, that was I was introducing you to somebody and then you just left. He never met you. You're in his home. It just looked super sketchy. And I was like, oh, yeah. And then, you know, it's like, there's a part of your brain that like wants to be liked by everybody. And it's like, even though it's not possible. And so that guy was a nice guy. And, you know, he's being very friendly. And I kind of just disrespected the whole thing, you know, and I feel bad. It's like one of those moments where you're just like, I see him. He's still in town. He's high up at this brewery, and very nice person. So I just feel bad, you know. I'm like, ugh. Luckily, that was 6-7 years ago. People move on. Very innocent thing. But yeah, just kind of reminiscing over some bullshit that I used to do when I was drunk. And if you got some stories, or you got some like little Irish goodbye stories, put them in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.